Hi, my name is Gibson, and I'm the co-owner and co-creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about what we can do during this time that's sort of taking place worldwide around the coronavirus. So obviously people's lifestyles are being affected. Obviously all these different sort of challenges are surfacing. And I think this is a time where anything that we have as a core wound is going to be pushed on a little bit. And so what I'm here to do is create this daily coronavirus video that's going to give you a different perspective to sort of uplift you and inspire you and help you feel that your life isn't just being sort of put into chaos so quickly without any space of empowerment or just sort of feeling helpless and without direction. So what I want to focus on in this video is two core patterns. I want you first to recognize what core wounds are coming up for you during this time so you can be conscientious about them and so you can take action to get those needs met around them, okay? And number two, to create some kind of purpose for yourself by setting goals in each of the 7 areas of life for how you want to use this time and what you want to create during this time, okay? So if you have more time at home and there's social distancing or there's quarantines or cities or towns are being shut down, instead of just feeling like you're holed up somewhere, how can you be intentional about what you want to create and generate out of this time in each of the 7 areas of life, okay? So just as a reminder as well, we are offering discounts during this time. So just to support everybody, support the community. So we're doing 25% off any course bundles for members who are wanting to join for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, anything like that for the course. And the coupon code is with you, all in capital letters, and it's all one word, okay? And we're also offering those for existing members, anything like that. So feel free to use that coupon code and check in, and also feel free to comment anything below if there are specific things you want me to focus on in videos. I am gonna do separately each attachment style and how it's gonna impact each of the different attachment styles during this time, but I'm just gonna save that for a different video. So first and foremost, if you are looking at the 7 areas of your life, okay, and these 7 areas of life are career, financial, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and relationships. Okay, so you can write those all down. And relationships you can put into sort of 3 subcategories, being friends, family, and then romantic relationships. Or if you're married, your romantic relationship can be your partner, but I want you to keep the romantic separate from other family members. And what I want you to do is look at, okay, what's coming into my life in each of these 7 areas? What's being disrupted? Okay, am I working from home? Are my kids at home because school is canceled? And I am having a hard time managing how to take care of my kids and work. I'm having, all these added responsibilities. What I want you to do is get really conscious and intentional and sit down and write a goal for how you want to show up during this time in each of those 7 areas, okay? How do you want to show up to your kids during this time? How do you want to show up to other members of your family so that you're conscious and intentional about who you want to be during this time? Because it gives us purpose. And as soon as we have purpose, we have more motivation and inspiration and direction. And we have sort of a standard that we're holding ourselves to. And this is very helpful during times of chaos. So who do I want to be? How do I want to show up? And then I also want you to be like, what do I want to take away from this time? Okay, what are goals? So let's say you're at home more often. Maybe you've always wanted to mentally, in the mental area of your life, learn about biology and, nutrition. And maybe you always don't have enough time, or there's always other commitments or social commitments or things you have to be doing instead. And maybe this is a beautiful opportunity for you to really dive into that area. Your career, what's a strength or a skill set you've always wanted to focus on? Financial area of your life. What's a book you wanted to read about financial literacy? Whatever you wanted to learn about investing. What are some things you can do about budgeting if you've never created a budget? Like, get conscious and intentional so you can take as much out of this challenging time as humanly possible, okay? And this will make you feel not helpless because you have intentional things that are creating empowerment instead. So go through the 7 areas of life. Do that. It'll be really uplifting. And number 2, look at the different core wounds that are being activated. So I have a list of 22 core wounds in a bunch of our courses. And I'm not going to go through every core wound right now, but some common things that we'll see specific to coronavirus are things like feeling trapped, helpless, powerless, not good enough because you can't do all these different things at once. Um, um, I'm trying to think specific to coronavirus. There's other ones that come to mind, like disrespected, unworthy. I don't know if these are things that you'll not necessarily feel. Other ones around coronavirus would be I'm abandoned, I'm alone. These are going to be some big triggers, especially for like the more anxious, preoccupied. I am unsafe is a huge core wound, and that's going to come up a lot for all individuals to a certain degree, most likely. And so look at what comes up for you in these areas. Something's wrong with me is another one. And I often see that one manifest itself, that core wound sort of express itself through people feeling like I have something you have a health issue, something's wrong with me, and feeling really afraid of something being defective or wrong with them and their health, their body, their physical well-being, these sorts of things. So see what comes up for you. And what I want you to do is next to that, instead of doing reprogramming around the core wound, I want you to write down 5 things you can do next to that wound that will help you to not feel that way. So what you're doing instead is creating a barrier of needs around it so that you can meet your own needs and prevent yourself from falling into that trap. And whenever you feel yourself thinking those things again, I'm alone, I'm abandoned, I want you to go back and remember, oh, I have a list of 5 things I can do when I'm feeling this way that will help me to break through this problem. So this is your work for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know how you're feeling. Share anything in the comments below. I am reading them and I'm using them to create future video content. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching.